Hello there, and welcome to the channel. Are you, like me, finding that as the years go by, shedding those extra pounds feels like an uphill battle? Or maybe you're tired of that afternoon slump, that feeling like your energy just vanishes into thin air? It often feels like these things are just an inevitable part of getting older, doesn't it? But what if I told you there's a way of eating that many people are talking about, something that might just shake things up? I'm talking about the ketogenic diet, or keto, as it's commonly known. It's certainly got a lot of buzz, and I decided it was time to really dig deep and understand if it's something that could genuinely help us, especially those of us navigating our 50s and beyond. Now, let's be honest. Maintaining a healthy weight and feeling energetic after 50 can be a real challenge. Our metabolism seems to slow down. Those aches and pains might make being active a bit trickier. And frankly, old habits die hard. Many of us have probably tried countless diets over the years. Low fat, low calorie, you name it. And while some might offer temporary results, they often don't stick, or they leave us feeling deprived. We're also often more aware of things like blood sugar levels, cholesterol, and overall heart health. It's not just about looking good anymore. It's about feeling good and staying healthy for the long haul. Sometimes general advice like eat less, move more just doesn't cut it when our bodies have different needs. We might be dealing with insulin resistance without even knowing it, or perhaps our bodies just don't process carbohydrates the way they used to. This can lead to that stubborn belly, fat, those energy crashes, and even brain fog. It's a widespread concern, and I've heard from so many of you that you're looking for something more, something that truly addresses these changes. So with all that in mind, I started looking into the ketogenic diet. It's quite different from many other approaches, because it fundamentally changes where your body gets its energy. Could this be a viable option for us? Could it be more than just a fad? That's what I wanted to find out. And I'm excited to share what I've learned with you today. We're going to explore what the keto diet really is, the potential upsides, and just as importantly, the downsides and things we absolutely need to consider. All right, let's dive into what the keto diet actually involves. From all the reading I've done, the core principle is to shift your body's primary fuel source from carbohydrates, like sugar, bread, pasta, to fats. When you drastically reduce your carb intake and increase your fat intake with moderate protein, your body enters a metabolic state called ketosis. In ketosis, your liver starts producing ketones from fat, and these ketones become your main energy currency. Think of it like switching your car from running on regular gasoline to super premium diesel. It's a different kind of fuel. Now, achieving ketosis isn't just about cutting out sugary drinks and desserts. It means being very mindful of carbs and fruits, starchy vegetables, grains, and even some dairy products. Instead, a keto plate typically features healthy fats like avocados, olive oil, nuts, and seeds, along with moderate amounts of protein from sources like meat, fish, and eggs, and plenty of low-carb vegetables, like leafy greens, broccoli, and cauliflower. It's a significant shift from the standard Western diet, and it requires a good understanding of macronutrients. I spent hours looking at studies, and it appears the typical macronutrient ratio for keto is something like 70-75% fat, 20-25% protein, and only 5-10% carbohydrates. That's a big change. So, what are the potential upsides of making such a dramatic dietary shift, especially for those of us over 50? Well, after spending hours reading studies, I was amazed to find that the National Institutes of Health, NIH, has published research highlighting significant weight loss as a primary benefit. Particularly in the initial stages, this seems to happen because your body becomes very efficient at burning its own fat stores for energy. Beyond weight loss, and this is something I found particularly interesting, research I came across, purportedly from sources like the American Heart Association and HA, suggests potential improvements in certain heart disease risk factors. For example, some studies I read indicated that keto can lead to an increase in HDL, the good cholesterol, and a decrease in triglycerides, which are both important for heart health. Then there's the impact on blood sugar. For individuals concerned about type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance, which can be more prevalent as we age, the keto diet has shown promise. I discovered that institutions like Harvard Medical School have apparently discussed how severely restricting carbohydrates can lead to significant reductions in blood sugar and insulin levels. Some people, under medical supervision of course, have even been able to reduce their diabetes medication. Another benefit that really caught my eye, and something I've heard anecdotally, too, is improved mental clarity and sustained energy. Once your body adapts to using ketones for fuel, many report an end to those afternoon energy slumps and a more stable, focused mental state. It seems that ketones might be a more consistent and efficient fuel source for the brain. Apparently, some research from places like Johns Hopkins Medicine has even explored the therapeutic potential of ketogenic diets for neurological conditions, which is fascinating, though for our purposes, the everyday cognitive benefits are what stand out. And finally, some studies I've read point towards a reduction in inflammation in the body, which is a key factor in many age-related diseases. Now, this is crucial, and it's where a lot of my research focused. What should you absolutely avoid eating or combining? If you're trying to follow a ketogenic diet effectively and safely, it's not just about avoiding the obvious sugary culprits. Through my research, I learned that you should absolutely avoid hidden sugars and high-carb foods that can sneak in and kick you out of ketosis. For example, many processed, low-fat foods are surprisingly high in sugars. To make them palatable, salad dressings, condiments like ketchup, and even some deli meats can be packed with carbs. I discovered you must never combine a high-fat keto meal with a sugary drink or a carb-heavy dessert, thinking it'll balance out. This can be a recipe for disaster, as your body will preferentially use the glucose from the carbs, and all that dietary fat might then be more readily stored. It can also lead to digestive distress. Another area I learned to be wary of is certain keto-friendly processed snacks. While they might be low in net carbs, they can be high in unhealthy fats, artificial sweeteners, or alcohols that can cause digestive upset or stall progress for some. It's always better to stick to whole, unprocessed foods. I also found out that consuming too much protein can be an issue. While protein is essential on a keto diet, excessive protein can be converted into glucose through a process called gluconeogenesis, potentially hindering ketosis. It's about finding that right balance. And this might surprise you, but I learned that you need to be cautious with even some fruits and vegetables. While many are healthy, things like bananas, potatoes, and corn are very high in carbs and generally not compatible with a strict keto diet. Even overdoing it on slightly higher carb vegetables, like carrots or onions, can add up. It really hammered home the importance of understanding the carb content of everything. On the flip side, what I found incredibly helpful is to strategically combine keto-friendly foods to maximize benefits and really amplify the positive effects. One of the best things I learned is to always eat your healthy fats with plenty of non-starchy vegetables. Think avocado with a large spinach salad, or salmon cooked in olive oil with a side of asparagus. The fiber in the vegetables aids digestion, which can sometimes be a concern when increasing fat intake, and they provide essential micronutrients. What I also found is that pairing MCT oil medium-chain triglycerides, often derived from coconut oil, with your morning coffee or a smoothie can be a great way to boost ketone production and provide a quick source of energy. Many keto followers I've read about swear by this for mental clarity. Another fantastic combination I discovered is bone broth. With added healthy fats like a knob of butter or a swirl of olive oil, bone broth itself is rich in collagen and electrolytes, which are super important on keto, especially when you're starting out and might experience the keto flu. Adding fat makes it more satiating and boosts the ketogenic effect. I also learned to embrace herbs and spices. Not only do they add amazing flavor without adding carbs, but many, like turmeric and ginger, have anti-inflammatory properties. Combining these with fatty fish like salmon, which is rich in omega-3s, creates a powerful anti-inflammatory meal. And here's a simple but effective tip. I picked up: ensure you're getting enough salt, especially when starting keto. As your insulin levels drop, your kidneys excrete more sodium. So, adding good quality salt to your food or having an electrolyte drink sugar-free, of course, especially when you're pairing it with high water content. Vegetables like cucumber and celery can help prevent headaches and fatigue. Simple things like a piece of cheese with a few olives or nuts and seeds with full fat. Greek yogurt in moderation for carbs are also great synergistic snacks. For those of us considering keto, especially if a key goal is better overall well-being, which often includes good sleep, it's important to think beyond just the food. Creating an optimal sleep environment and adopting healthy lifestyle habits can really complement the diet. This is something I've found makes a huge difference in my own life. For instance, keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet is paramount. I learned that a cooler room temperature, generally between 60–67 degrees Fahrenheit or 15–19 degrees Celsius, actually helps promote better sleep. Using blackout curtains can be a game changer, especially if you're sensitive to light. And if noise is an issue, earplugs or a white noise machine can work wonders. Investing in comfortable bedding is also key. A supportive mattress and pillows that suit your sleeping style can make a world of difference. Then there's the bedtime routine. I've found that establishing a relaxing ritual before bed signals to your body that it's time to wind down. This could be reading a physical book not on a screen, taking a warm bath with Epsom salts, practicing some gentle stretching or meditation, or listening to calming music. Managing screen time is a big one I had to work on. The blue light emitted from phones, tablets, and computers can interfere with melatonin production, our natural sleep hormone, so I try to put all screens away at least an hour before bed. Getting some natural daylight exposure, especially in the morning, also helps regulate your circadian rhythm, your internal body clock. And while vigorous exercise too close to bedtime can be disruptive, regular, appropriately timed physical activity earlier in the day is fantastic for sleep quality. Even a brisk walk can help. These might seem like small things, but trust me, they add up and can significantly enhance how you feel, especially when combined with a thoughtful dietary approach like keto. Now, this is incredibly important, and I want to really emphasize this: the keto diet isn't without its precautions, especially for us in the 50 age group. The most commonly reported initial side effect is often dubbed the keto flu. As your body adapts to burning fat instead of carbs, you might experience headaches, fatigue, nausea, dizziness, and irritability. This usually passes within a week or so, but it's good to be prepared. Staying well hydrated and ensuring adequate electrolyte intake, sodium, potassium, magnesium, can help mitigate these symptoms. I learned that this is a crucial step many people miss. Also, because keto restricts entire food groups, there's a potential risk of nutrient deficiencies if the diet isn't well planned. It's important to focus on nutrient-dense keto foods to get enough vitamins and minerals. Some people may need to supplement, but this should ideally be guided by a healthcare professional. For those with pre-existing medical conditions, particularly kidney disease, liver conditions, or heart issues, it is absolutely essential to consult with your doctor before even considering the keto diet. It can put extra strain on the kidneys, for example. If you're on medication for diabetes or high blood pressure, your dosage might need to be adjusted as your body changes on keto. And this must be done under medical supervision. I can't stress this enough. What works for one person might not be suitable or safe for another. Our bodies are all unique, and personalized medical advice is paramount. I also came across information suggesting that some people might experience changes in their cholesterol levels, sometimes LDL. The bad cholesterol can increase, even if HDL and triglycerides improve. This is another reason why regular checkups and blood work are so important. If you decide to go down this path, please talk to your doctor. This is a journey you shouldn't start without their guidance. So, there you have it, a deep dive into the ketogenic diet, what I've learned about its potential benefits, what to watch out for, and how it might fit into our lives as we get older. It's clear that it can offer some compelling advantages, but it's also a restrictive way of eating that requires careful planning and, most importantly, a conversation with your healthcare provider. If you found this information helpful and you'd like to see more videos where we explore health and wellness topics relevant to us, please do give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. We're all in this journey of healthy aging together. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the keto diet? Have you tried it? Or are you considering it? What are your biggest questions or concerns? Please share your experiences and thoughts in the comments section below. I always find it so valuable to learn from our community. Perhaps you have some amazing keto-friendly recipes or tips that have worked for you. Let's start a conversation. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.